revenge or envy. It's everything from what's hot in music to
what's up, everybody? Once again, it's your boy James Gentle, and I'm here with the one and only Berne. You're tuning into another sessions with News Exchange Magazine. As you can see, it's been a long time that we've been in existence. What I have here is the first ever News Exchange Magazine and the 14th issue of News Exchange Magazine. We're not talking about the 14th issue. It's very good. We came a long way, but we're talking about issue 1 and the very first artist that appeared in the first issue of News Exchange Magazine. Yours truly, Mr. Berne. What's up, man?
Pleasure. You know, this is where it all gets started, man. News Exchange Magazine, you know what I'm saying? First most professional looking magazine representing with all sectors of society, from artists, music, entertainment, family. It's all right there. It's a blessing to be the first artist to be on the first cover of that magazine.
Well, definitely an honor to have you here. So what's been going on since 14 issues?
It's been a lot of things going on since that issue, man. I mean, in the last 3 years, a lot of changes have been made in the entertainment industry right here in Belize. So I'm extremely proud of the accomplishments. I'm extremely proud of the changes I've seen taking place right here in Belize in the music industry.
Okay. What if you could say your personal contribution? And you were talking earlier and you said that you felt that you contributed a lot too, which I also believe that you did. But from your own mouth.
As far as contributions and my personal contribution, I can't say I can't say that I have made the change in changing the game in the music industry in Belize. But I can say that I have done a lot to change and to see the things I wanted changing. Like I wanted to see Belizean artists more on television. I wanted to see Belizean artists in commercials. I wanted to see Belizean artists. I want to hear their music on the radio when I'm driving down the street and turn on my radio. I want to hear a Belizean artist. I want to pass by the stores and hear a Belizean artist music playing. Today, those things are reality. When I came to Belize 5 years ago, those things was just a dream. And to most people, it seemed like I thought I was better than people because I thought I could do that. I could make that happen. I was telling them that this is how it's going to be. The way it is today, pretty much, is the way I said it was going to be. And I was willing to do what it takes to make sure it got that way. While everybody else was looking at me thinking, oh, he think he better than this, or he, what makes him think he could come change something? Or man, don't he understand? People don't support Belizean artists. Don't you understand? Nobody gonna really give them the type of support they need to make these things happen, and so it's not gonna happen. And I'm like, no, it is gonna happen, and this is what I'm gonna do to make it happen. And so I'm doing it. I did it. I'm still doing it, and I hope to do it again.
Definitely. Can I ask what is your main motivation in doing what you're doing? I mean, I've heard throughout your statement so much different negativities and put down, and that's a lot of things that we do hear from a lot of Belizean people, as they could say. We're not supportive of each other, when it comes to certain things, especially entertainment being the way it was in Belize, and now, like you said, it's now you can turn on a Belizean radio and hear a Belizean artist. You can hear a Berne, you can hear a Tanya, you can hear a Nella player, and you're right. 3 years ago you couldn't hear that on the radio whatsoever. What's your biggest motivation to be that, to be you?
Okay, my biggest motivation in being me, man, is just that is a zeal to live and to live life to its fullest without holding back, without having to make yourself look smaller to make a small-minded person feel even or equal. You know what I mean? I don't have to be small. I could hold my head up high, and I can be me, and I can be happy. It's okay if someone else is down and they feel a little lack of self-esteem and unmotivated. Then they should use that positive energy to pick them up. I shouldn't have to now all of a sudden be negative like them, be feeling low about myself, like them, so that they could feel equal.
Right.
I'm not looking for equality. I'm going to be me. And I feel like that is the best way for me to be able to live my life, to fulfill my dreams, to enjoy the happiness that I hope to enjoy if I'm not already enjoying.
Okay. As far as music is concerned, if you guys don't know, Berne is just not a performer. There's a lot of music artists that primarily play one particular role, whether they're just a singer, whether they're just a rapper, whether they're just somebody to play an instrument. You, however, my good man, are a lot of the above. A lot of people need to understand there's a lot of people who sing songs, but they don't write the songs that they sing. Neither do they produce the music that they sing. Tell me about you, and as far as music goes, writing, producing, and actually how many CD and as well as videos have you done since you've been in Belize?
Well, since I've been in Belize, I've done 10 projects.
Okay.
I've done 10 projects. I started off with Life After Deportation, the relaunch of Life After Deportation. I did Evolution because I actually did the relaunch of Life. Actually, the first project that I initially released in Belize was the relaunch of Life After Deportation, because Life After Deportation was actually done before getting deported.
Okay.
After doing the relaunch of Life After Deportation, which was the biggest project for me, because this project would mean all the funds that I had from my life savings in living in the States, working as a fitness professional with my own company, all the monies I had from that, I would not reinvest it back into myself as an artist. And I would press up 10,000 copies of a project, which was a CD on one side, and the other side of it was a DVD. It was the first project of such in the history of Belize. And I would be that artist that would introduce it to the country. Now, before I made that initial investment, it was important to me to do some assignment. I spoke with artists like Andy P. I spoke with artists like Lord Draybon, Mr. Peters, Cooper Curleys. I spoke with some of the DJs. I spoke with a lot of very important people who I found to be instrumental in the industry, in developing the industry and to having the industry where it's at. Most of the advice that was given to me was, look, if I was you, because you're deported, I wouldn't take all of my money and go put it in an one CD project, because if the people don't really buy that, you're stuck with that. And I wouldn't do that to where I got nothing else to lean upon. But I thought to myself and I said, but you know what? The approach that I'm going to have with this industry and the things that I'm getting ready to do, nobody have really done before. So why am I looking for advice to them, or for them to tell me how I should do it if they've never done it? I'm going to have to trust in God with this one. I'm going to have to trust in myself that I'm going to put in the necessary work to achieve the rewards. And so I did. I took every last penny I had and invested it in 10,000 copies of the relaunch of Life After Deportation. I hit the streets running. In less than 6 months later, every last one of those CD was sold. Even the extras, because some of them, I got a little more than 10,000. There were actually 275 that one side worked, the next side don't work. It might have a little scratch on it, but instead of the manufacturing company throw it away, because I was good friends with the owner of the company anyway, Mike out of California, Baldwin Park, is who pressed it up for me. And I told him, give me all the overflows, even the ones, the paper, with the way the paper is, misspelled words, whatever, give it to me. And even those were sold. I just let people know, look, this one, the CD doesn't work, just the DVD. And they'll be like, okay, cool, I still want to get it, and I still sell it. You know what I mean?
It's a businessman. It's what you call a businessman. See, a lot of things that the young entertainment sector, the young world don't realize is what you have to do as an individual to actually be who you are. The work that you have to do behind the scenes. All they see is, the flashiness. They see Berne, the celeb, they see the star. One of the things that I've noticed, I don't know if you've told a lot of people that, but you're actually the first and I think the only Belizean bilingual artists, and
Nah, man,
no, hear me out. You see, there's bilingual but it's created to one standard of music, in like punta music but you're like the first hip hop. I mean, danza. It's punta. It's Spanish. It's all in one. You're the first person that I've seen personally that has done all of that in one. How do you? And I know that you said it's 10 different projects, and not
Right.
all of those projects were done in English, which is the standard language of Belize, the country. Our direct language is English, but we speak Spanish highly here. There's a highly influence of Garifuna people, Mayan, Quechua, but you seem to reach a wide spectrum of audience. Why?
Man, it's very important.
Or why does
to
need
me.
to do that?
The need to do that is because of the business aspect of the entertainment. You know what I mean? Outside of me just being an artist that loves to perform and just have a good time with the music, it's important to me that I'm able to eat, that I'm able to take care of my responsibilities. I want to dress a certain way. I want to live a certain way. I want to be able to eat certain food. I want to be able to stay in certain hotels when I'm traveling. I like the good things. So these things comes at a cost.
Yes.
And inquiring this cost, I must take every penny I spent and look at it as an investment and not just an expenditure. You know what I mean? So I had to be able to reach people, man. If I'm going to Mexico, I want to be able to sell a CD in Mexico.
Right.
I had to learn what type of music do these people like.
Okay.
From learning the different type of music I like, one thing I grasped to understand is they really like punta music.
Okay.
A lot of them have never heard punta music and they don't understand it, but they like the rhythm. They like what it sounds like. And when I saw that, I said, well, okay, I might can't do bachata, I might not be able to do reggaeton, but look, I'm a Garifuna and the punta roots are in me. I must go do some punta.
So you hit the roots in
So,
them.
chubaba namule chubaba.
Hearing
Them
it right
drums
now.
start beating.
You're hearing it right now. Because a lot of people just mistook you for an actual hip hop artist. As a matter of fact,
My first album was a hip hop.
It was a hip hop,
CD.
yeah.
Right, and as a matter of fact, that's what made that CD very challenging to distribute in Belize because imagine I'm doing hip hop and with a little twist of reggae, dance hall reggae,
Okay.
and it's like that's not selling in Belize. You know what I mean? And that was so I was advised of that. Well, look, man, nobody really listen to hip hop out here. Ain't nobody really trying to buy no hip hop CD. I was like, well, guess what? I got one for them, and now I'm gonna make sure I sell them.
And
so
sell you
10,000
did.
copies were sold like that.
See that, Belize? It's all about you. It's all about your motivation. I believe, it's what you
Definitely,
want to do
man.
in life. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna be back with more.
It's the news exchange. 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 New magazine for BC, common news exchange or NE. It's everything from what's hot in music to the latest.
Well,
gigs
welcome
that
back
you
again
move with.
to Sessions with News Exchange Magazine. We're here with the one, the only Velasquez. I mean, come on, man. This is, what are a couple of places that you've been since you've been here and just represented Belize so well?
Man, I've been to a lot of countries. I did at least 14. I did 14 countries in South America. From Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Paraguay. I did Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala. Quite many more than I can count right off my head.
I hear you, man. You got some people. We're in the capital city. Belmopan people who haven't been to Armenia, much less of much less of anywhere else. I'm serious. I've known people who live in Belize City that haven't been past 8 miles. Haven't been to Chetumal. There's people in the Cairo district who have never been to PG, or never been to Dangriga or never been to. Have you ever been to Sartaneja?
Sartaneja, which is
In the
north.
Yeah, in the north,
right?
in the Corozal district.
Yeah, well,
beautiful place, Belize.
Well,
Beautiful place.
I've been to a lot of the villages all through that area, you know,
Okay.
from Concepcion.
Oh, then you've definitely been there. You've definitely been
Rancho,
there.
you know, I mean, I've traveled Belize, and I've did a door-to-door thing with Belize, man, because like I said earlier, you're trying to get rid of them 10,000 CDs.
It's not easy to get rid of 10,000 CDs.
So I did all the villages, I did all the towns, I did everywhere, everything you could think about, I've done it. You know, I've hit this country good. You know, I get to find out of villages through these Picado Road. Guess what? I bought a motorcycle, I jumped on my bike, and I started hitting all the Picado Road and all the villages.
Bacabush Dirt Road.
I got a little dirt bike, motorcycle, and I started hitting all those villages.
There we go. Like that. Tell me about. You were talking about the movie and the next level of what entertainment is going to be in Belize, and let's speak about that. How well have you done with the movie side of Berne?
The movies, you know, with acting and stuff like that, I always hope.
What's the difference? Before you even continue, what's the difference between being a music artist or a music entertainer and wanting to be an actor or a movie star? The different work ethics that has to go involved in that.
You know, to me, it all comes in one, man. Like, even with my music, I feel like you must be able to portray the feeling through the music. So if I'm singing a song that's about, let's say, a relationship, an intimate relationship, then I have to be able to portray that feeling through the vibe.
We got that good love.
If I'm singing a carnival song, it has to be a hype.
Welcome to the festival, Belize and carnival.
Displaying that type of a feeling and a vibe, you know, in a carnival, you're in a carnival and this is what is going on in it.
Energy.
You know, and that type of feeling. So it's always an act with it. There's an act that comes with delivering the lyrics. So it's the same thing with, doing the movies for me kind of just came kind of natural, you know, because I've been doing this. I've already been acting through my music, acting out on stage. When I get on stage, I must now act the way I feel. And I must display that and interact with the audience, become one with them to get them to fully understand the message behind the music.
You hear that, people? Do you understand what you need to do in order to get your acting skills? Because I've seen some TV shows and some music videos with some artists, and you know, say for you guys paid somebody to do your video and start you in it, you know.
Man, and that's not a bad idea. As a matter of fact, you know, I hope to get to that point where I can use much more other actors in my video instead of just myself. You know what I mean? That's somewhere I hope to go with my videos.
And cost level. People don't understand, like, the difference between paying for a CD or an album getting done as opposed to having a music video getting done. But the importance, nevertheless, of having both as an artist or entertainer or what you want to be. Like, I want you to tell Belize, you know.
Yeah, man, it's always great to have a visual, man.
Yes.
You know, when people can see and they can relate, then they can more so want to be able to support that. You know what I mean? When you could watch a video, you know, I've had great experiences from the video. I got a song called Working on a Better Me. Once I was on Albert Street in Belize City promoting my music, and this guy came to me, this man came to me, and he said, brother, he said, you know what, I want to, he said, I owe you an apology, man. I want to just apologize to you from my heart because I had a certain feeling about you when you first got back to Belize. It seemed like you felt like you were bigger than life, and even though you got deported, you could not, you know, nothing could break you down or make you feel any less, and you bigger and you badder. He said, man, but I watched your video Working on a Better Me, and for some reason, it seemed to me like you were a real person, and you have real challenges, and it makes me now look at you differently, and I felt like I owed you an apology for myself. So I just want to say, you know, I'm sorry for thinking about you the way I was thinking about you at first, And I'm not gonna buy nothing right now, but because I don't have no money right now.
Use your talk.
But I want to buy I want to buy all of your CDs, man.
What built that in you?
What built what?
What built that motivation to make someone change their whole outlook of who Berne is? What makes you?
Well, I feel like in the video,
because-
working on a better me, it kind of just tells a little bit more about me on my inner side and the real side to me, because a lot of the music industry is entertainment, and people are not seeing that. A lot of times it's just entertainment, but I'm a real person. I got real feelings, and I got a real life. I got real issues. I got real situations, and I share these things through the music. But you have to really pay attention and listen to the lyrics, and that's when people will be able to get to understand who the real Berne is, because my music speaks for me. Sometimes I'm happy, so I do happy music. Sometimes I'm sad, I might do some sad music. But nevertheless, it's real and it's me.
All right. People want to know if you have a real girlfriend too.
No, I don't have a real girlfriend, man. It's kind of hard to have a relationship doing what I'm doing
In this industry.
Right. I learned like early when I started getting myself involved in this industry that you're going to have to make certain sacrifices.
Understandable.
I would love to have a loving relationship with a woman where I could just treat her special and do all the wonderful things that a man should do for a woman, and vice versa. Enjoy these things because it's a reciprocation.
Understandable.
But love is selfless. It's not selfish. It doesn't boast. It doesn't puff up. It doesn't have to be reciprocated for you to really enjoy.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of us get lost at. So if I can't really have a relationship with a woman where she could understand my situation, then I feel like I'm wasting her time, and I don't want to waste her time. I don't want to waste my time. So what I do is I just keep it real. Let them know, hey, I travel a lot. I move around. I have certain goals and dreams that I'm trying to accomplish, and I feel like you deserve a little better. So if I was you, I would find a man who's doing a 9-to-5 job and could really give you the time and affection you deserve, because you deserve it.
And can pay for a CD.
And could get a CD.
Because you can't even buy a CD
get
or
at least
watch a 2 DVD or something like that. You got to be able to do that, girl.
Get yourself a good man.
He shouldn't
and make sure you get a Berne movie, and you guys enjoy that.
If he can't buy you a Berne DVD, then I don't think he should be dating you. At least one. You got 10? Is it 10?
We got 10 different
10
CDs.
to choose from.
We got 4 movies. You could go on Vandango.com. You could go on American Movie Pictures and check out the movies. 7 Adventures of Sinbad. We got Dragon Wasp. We got Jurassic Attack. We got Poseidon Rex coming out. We got a new one I'm getting ready to work on.
Can they be purchased online?
Of course, you go online and get it. Go to Amazon.com. Go to movies.com. Go to anywhere. Blockbusters.com.
Please support the man. The next level of where you feel believes in entertainment on a whole, especially and you're a good person to ask, because please tell them that you don't not just act and you don't just sing, that you write your music, you produce your music, you edit, you direct the video, and that's a challenging task in itself.
Right. But to be honest with you, man, I really wish that I have put my hands on all those aspects of the business, but a lot of times in doing so is because I felt like I was challenged to do it. I had to do it. I didn't want to do it. But then you have editors out there who you're calling them, look, I got a project for you to edit. Well, all right, man. Well, I'm chilling with my girl right now, man. Can you call me back a little bit later? It's like people are not really hungry enough to want to get it done. I'm hungry and passionate about getting it done and taking it to the next level and hitting the streets with it. And people are like, man, I'm chilling, I'm doing this, I'm not really in the mood right now. And I'm like, all right, cool.
What do you feel caused that?
Man, I just feel like in Belize, I think my people, we're spoiled, man. Belize is so good, and in Belize, you could make it without really, and you could have it so easily without really working so hard for it. And so we don't see that. Look, we don't have that fire to go get it. That's why I feel like they look at me and they say, man, Berne is so hard working. Man, Berne is this. Man, nah, Berne is not that. Berne just know what it's like to have to work and get it. Being in America, I learned damn good that you don't get it that easy. If you want it, you're going to have to compete with the best. You're going to have to compete with people that have came from around the world and came to America thinking it was going to be easy. And now they realize it ain't easy. And they're going to have to work hard. And you one of those million. So, hello, get ready to get your grind on. You know what I'm saying? So when I come here and I realize, oh, you mean people are really thinking that they could just set it in the store and people are going to run to the store and buy it? And they're going to be like rich and just have all these things happening?
And they're going to sit back and, money's going to just pop in your pocket.
Man,
please let them know it's not like that. And this is coming from all aspects. This is from the director's point, the producer, the artist. The money does not come like that.
Man, it doesn't come easy. But you know what? When it comes good. So go get it. It's like there's so much work we can put in to get ourselves to where we want to go, man. If you get a job, you might have to. I see people who got jobs and they got to get up out the village and leave at the break of dawn. It's like still dark, like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
And still can't buy Berne CD.
No, wait a minute. Don't diss my people. Those people are buying the Berne CD.
They're buying the CD. They're buying the CD. They're buying the CD. I'm joking.
Let me tell you.
They're buying the CD.
This is a real story.
All right, here you go.
Because I always stop to pick up people who are hitchhiking, need a little ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm traveling through the country all the time,
okay.
So I pick up somebody, no problem. And it also gives me not only is it giving back by giving a ride, but it also gives me an opportunity to make a sale if they have not gotten a CD.
Get a Berne CD.
You know what I mean? So what I did one time, I picked up these two ladies, and they explaining to me how they gotta get up like around 4:30. And then walk out to like a mile to the road where vehicles run because they live in a village. And then they got to hitch a ride to actually get to where the bus, where they could catch the bus. And then from there, they got to wait for a ferry to cross this ferry, man, to get to school. They're teachers, to get to the school where they're going to teach. And so they would leave the house like around 4:30, before 5 to get there for 8. So that's like 3 hours of putting in work.
4.5 hours to work.
Before you even reach work, you already did like 3 hours of work. Hitchhiking,
just to reach
walking, catching the bus, you know what I mean? And then when they get off work, the process continues because they got to now cross back the ferry from the school to get to the main part where they're going to hitchhike a ride to get to the main road to catch the bus to get home. And by the time they get home, well they're on the last phase, hitchhiking a ride to get home. You know what I mean? That's where I came in and gave them a ride. So this is how I learned about their story. And I just thought to myself, we have teachers in our country who are responsible for teaching our kids, who are putting in like 12 and 15-hour days, man. And they're getting paid like a little bit of like nothing. When the lady explained how much she paid, she said like a lot of time her pay, when she added up and do the math, it's like her pay is just enough to barely even pay for the expenses of doing what she's doing.
Sure, I have an aunt that's a teacher, so I know exactly.
It doesn't really even give her a little change to say she's going to go take a trip somewhere or take a little vacation, or she's going to go treat herself to not even a good burger. You know what I'm saying? No. You got to settle for that panadas.
That's
if you're lucky.
That's rough.
So I'm like, man, it's like, yo, if you put that same effort into your passion, into your dream, my case being my music, man, I'm gonna get up at 4:30 and start burning my CDs. I'm gonna start packaging. I'm gonna rehearse. I'm gonna get my workout on to make sure my physical is up to par and my health and fitness is right. I'm gonna go jog, get my vocals right. I'm gonna get my performance tight. I'm going to hit the streets and go door to door and get the people to know who I am. Get them to hear my music, even if they don't buy a CD or buy one of my videos. They're going to be able to hear and see it and say, wow, this is what's going on. And maybe next time they'll have the interest or have the finance to buy it, to pick up one of those CDs from me. I put in and give everything I have because I plan to make it. And I plan to make it and live good. And I'm going to do what it takes to do it, man. Without having to feel like I need somebody to say, please sponsor me, and sponsor this to me, or you could please give me this, yes, or you could help me with this. If the help is there and it's available, then I'm grateful for it. But outside of that, I don't expect it from you. Nobody owe me anything. Niche don't owe me nothing. None of Boeing and Boeing don't owe me anything. You know, none of the big companies in Belize that's doing well owe me anything. No minister in Belize owe me anything. I owe it to me. I owe it to myself to go out there and get it good. I'm deserving of that.
Yeah, I heard it right here, from the man himself, the hard work that it actually takes to just to be in this predicament, and with all that hard work, and it doesn't mean like, there's a Lamborghini outside. It's a Lamborghini. I gotta check, just in case there's a Diablo, Murcielago. I didn't even know how to spell that word. I know about taxi. It's easy to spell. Taxi. I can spell that.
B-U-S.
Even easier. 3 letters. It's not even 4 no more. You know how hard it is to spell Lamborghini? I'm serious. I'm not even going to try, people. Not on the sessions, no. But it's definitely been a pleasure. I am one Belizean who would definitely say I'm honored by your presence, honored by your work ethic, and I would hope that our future talent in the country, the next generation, that the next Berne, whoever he or she may be, basically. You're good, and you're good for Belize in this time right now, in the evolution of what television, radio, and entertainment is in the country right now. You're something that's definitely needed.
Thanks.
If you could give me a few final words or thoughts for your generation in the future, and also what's next for Berne in the future as far as entertainment or television is going, and how they can contact you for any performances or anything like that in the future.
Okay, as far as contacting me for performances and stuff like that, you could always hit me up at 627-8592. That number is behind all my CDs. Also, you could hit me up on my email, which is the best way to reach me because I do travel a lot. I'm always just about every week I'm in another country outside of Belize. So Berne Music, my name is spelled Berne. Put a music at gmail.com, and that's a good way to also reach me. Or you could always Facebook me, Berne Velasquez, Berne Velasquez, Velasquez, and just send me a message through Facebook. I always check my Facebook and my email every day, several times for the day.
You can't be a friend though. You can send you a message. I know sometimes that whole Facebook thing,
my friend list is filled up.
You just gotta press like.
What they can do is, I just opened a new Facebook, so they can go to that Berne Joseph.
Right, you can go to Berne Joseph, and you can probably be a friend, and add requests, and man. Good seeing you.
Definitely
I wish
a pleasure,
you the best.
man.
So you didn't tell me what's next.
What's next? More movies. I got another movie getting ready to come in the country.
Okay.
We'll be shooting with that. I just got through finishing up Presiding Rex. That's getting ready to be released in like about a month or so.
Okay, will it be in the theaters here in Belize? Anywhere we can
Definitely,
go look
it's going to
out
be
for
in the theaters. Presiding Rex, we're going to do this one really, really big.
Okay.
Not only am I just this one going to be, not only is this one going to be released to the world, but before it's released to the world, I want to release it in Belize, world premiere, red carpet style. So we'll lock off the theaters, at the casino, the Princess Theater Casino.
Can I ask what kind of movies it is? Like, is it action?
It's action sci-fi.
Okay.
Really good action sci-fi. With this one, we got Gildon Rowland. Brother did an excellent job on this one. You saw him in Dragon Wasp. We have Clinton Puller Lightburn in this one also.
Right.
He did a great job in Dragon Wasp. A lot of people like Puller in Dragon Wasp.
Okay. Listen, if you need a stunt double, I can shave my hair off and everything like that. Burn back up. I want to be in the movies too. This TV thing is okay, but you get in the movie, and want somebody watching me a princess, eating the popcorn,
It's funny that you're so open and willing to be a stunt double, man. Because my stunt double for the last project I did have a stunt double, who did some of my diving stuff with me in certain areas where the directors wasn't like they didn't want to know. A lot of times directors don't want to take chances with their main guy, so they don't want Berne to get hurt. So they bring in a stunt double. Let's hurt him.
Well, if you want to use me, you tell stunt bring a lot of duct tape and just wrap my belly, and I could be your stunt double.
But you know what I was gonna say is that the funny thing is, people on the set, like the other Belizean actors on the set, I don't want to call names, music because they're gonna probably get mad.
See?
But they want to be teasing the brother. They calling them the bootleg Berne.
You know,
all kind of
see, hey, as long as I can buy my girl 3 Berne CDs, it's okay. You know. So I could be the bootleg. See, I'm not worried about the name thing. You know, I'm worried about
people funny, man.
Yeah,
Like
I'm worried about how Queen Elizabeth looked in my pocket. You know, so, yeah. I was spell stunt double for you. But anyway, once again, good seeing you, and I wish you the best in your endeavors in the future. Thank you once again for making Belize proud.
My pleasure, man. It's always good to be here. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.